Hello from Sahara. This is the way our government is being run right now. This is April of 2019, and we have government by the Keystone Cops. And this is FYI Sahara. Relationships, whether they're in the news, between countries, between people, relationships are the spice of life, for we do live in the world of relativity, and it is all relative. And I know that it's hard to keep up with the changing scenery in our government. Hopefully it will calm down. But we just had Betsy DeVos have a little tiff with the Donald. And she has been referred to as Cruella, if you remember Cruella DeVil, from the 101 Dalmatians, and she is was, as of last week, the Secretary of Education. At least I think that. You'll have to excuse me, but it is a little bit hard to keep up with. But these two people had a little throwing out when the Trumpster threw her under the bus for she did what he said, and she canceled the Special Olympics. Well, needless to say, these people are also evil anyway. And when you throw in the Special Olympics, it was a public outcry. And so let's look at this relationship. From Betsy DeVos. She also has a very powerful or famous brother. A little hard. I can't keep up with it. So let's look at these two people. Are they going to get along, kiss and make up, and move on? Or is it going to be explosive, like many of the tiffs that the Donald has had with John McCain, Rosie O'Donnell? The list goes on and on. So let's see how that's going to play out. And this woman is evil. Why? We don't know. She's very wealthy, but she took a position to do nothing but cruel things to our most vulnerable citizens, children. Department of Education. And it's gone downhill from there. And oh, by the way, if you want to contribute to my book drive, I'm sending books to Trump supporters. Things that, well, they don't read. So I leave the address down below. So I'm collecting books for these poor people. I feel sorry for them. They don't know shit. Let's look at these cards. This is the relationship. And I've done many like this, and it always shows true. The relationship between these two people. It starts out with, let me get my pointer. Well, my pointer went south. But it starts off, if you can see my little pointer on the computer, it starts off with the Eight of Pentacles. This is productive work, if you want to call it that. They're working well together. Things are moving right along. However, as the relationship progresses, we have howling at the moon. All things are not always seen in the dark of the moon. Things are hidden. This is when people's dark side or ulterior things come out, and people are howling at the moon. You note there's a lot of water in this card, which shows usually mystery and subconscious type things. Here's my pointer. So you can see the water, the two different types of dogs. One is like a coyote or a wolf, and the other is domestic. And they're howling at the moon, and they're split. So you have quite a dual feeling. So things aren't going well. Everybody's keeping secrets from each other. It's secrets. You can't see everything. You wait for the light of the morning to shine in on the relationship. Next, what do you have? We worked really hard here. You had the Eight of Pentacles, and we move on to the Seven of Pentacles. This guy's really unhappy. He's looking at his harvest. You might think of it as a money harvest in this case. We're trying to pull in the bucks here from some subterfuge or sneaky thing, and it's still not enough. Some people can't get enough. This guy is discouraged. This has not worked out as planned. Then we move on to justice. And justice has its time. Justice is the light of the sun coming in to light up this relationship and shed light on it. Number one, they probably end up getting along. They probably end up having to testify together and get their stories straight. They end up being allies again. Does the long arm of the law come in to straighten this mess out? Yes, it does. So this is how, if they were to come to me and say, how is our relationship going to work out? I would I would probably see something like this. And I would say in the end, you're still working legally together on the project, which that is unknown, but they're unsatisfied now, and she got thrown under the bus. So Cruella, you were in the wrong camp. I will bring you some more people comparisons, both personal and international. They really can be very enlightening.